Hello and welcome back. Right, I have done a bit of delving. I loaded up a new farmer, a brand new one of this, and came immediately down to the biogas plant, and you'll notice there's no triggers. Absolutely no triggers. Now, I don't know if that's an oversight or whether, because on obviously base game biogases you can still use the biogas plant. No, I think Black Sheep Modding has sort of done this almost like a crossover between FS19 and FS22, where you still have to own the biogas plant. If I show you what I mean, the biogas plant is buyable and it's only 164,000, whereas obviously we know that normally in FS22 it's like over 500,000. So I don't think this is allowing us. Now, somebody said in the other thing is it might not be working right on Oxygen David. I was told if you put, we're going to try it. We're going to try what I've been told, or what other people have said on the Oxygen David map. Although some people said it didn't actually work. So what we're going to do is, apparently, if you go in the right place near the to the top end, but I can't see what on earth it means by that. If we wave this around near the top of, and it snatches it out of our bale spike, then we know we're in the right spot. But to me, I just don't think. I think this is Black Sheep Modding, obviously doing something very similar to FS19. Now it's going to be hard for me to actually get close because somebody has put an awful lot of bales in the way. Now to me, because I dropped those other ones in, if this was correct, that would change into silage. It's not. Oh, how on earth can I get to that? Let me if I fall off the ramp suddenly. Yeah, to me, they would have been taken if we were allowed to use this with us not owning it. To me, the way that Black Sheep Modding have done it is almost like, the trouble is obviously it is different to FS19, so I did also check to see if it is still a production, so to me this is the right one, it says. So, no, it is, because I've seen it on a new farmer. I am telling the truth. So I don't know what to do, because we've invested an awful lot of time, really, and even our front loader at a time in our Let's Play when we can really ill afford. And also, it also leaves me with a second quandary. I will divulge, I promise, but I'm going to shut the Fiat Agri off because Gordon Bennett, is it noisy? Oh, right, you might actually hear me speak now. Yes, now obviously this represents an awful lot of work, and it is the farmer's property. Now the farmer recognises the fact that we've done it, and he's told us we must drop it off in this place. Unfortunately, this place won't accept them. So I could say, right, I failed the contract, and then I've technically stolen the farmer's property, and then I would make a fortune by dumping that into there. If it works like that, I'm not sure, I've never done that. But the bottom line is, we've taken this property, which is silage bales. I can't see them just disappearing, but they may do. Maybe that is how it works. But there is another option, and that is we can put 164,000 in with me using the money tool to see if I'm right, complete the contracts, and then remove the 164,000 just to see if I'm right. That way I'm not cheating, I'm using the system to see if I'm correct. If I am, we'll finish the contract, and then we shall literally put it back, knowing in the future that we cannot take any silage bale contracts unless we first buy the biogas. Now this is obviously something that was released yesterday, the map, something that nobody would have known. Also, the biogas could be Oxygen David's didn't work properly, and also it didn't work for let me just see, actually I don't know if you, now do you get the periphery on? No, see, that's something else. You don't get the periphery on start from scratch that you do in if you are new farmer. It's always been the same. Start from scratch and It's always new farmer that's treated the absolute best, as if that's the way that we should do it. And yet, to be honest, I find this the greatest challenge is always start from scratch, because you start with nada. I know in FS22, 300 grand that's your own and a 200,000 loan is absolutely terrible. You're lucky if you can buy a single field and some very cheap equipment. So to me, this represents, and always has done, the hardest start. Obviously, that's why it's called start from scratch. The hardest start for the game, but we always get treated the absolute worst. Like if there's periphery you need, you don't get the periphery, or yeah, and maybe some people like that. I love the challenge, but also sometimes you don't get thrown a bone that new farmers do get thrown, that people sometimes you don't always think. So yeah, it's the only option I think we've got. So I'm going to do it. I'm hoping that everybody would back me up on this, that it's the only way I can see us, seeing if I'm correct. So let's have a look. How much do I need to add? I want to do this exactly. Let's write that down somewhere. So let me get this exactly right. Oh, magic, it's always there, isn't it? Or with my memory, I forget the digits. 164592. That's right. Let's use the F12 tool to add that temporarily. So 1645. Can't read me own writing. 92. 64592. Okay. Now then, let's buy the biogas. Yes. Now you can see triggers are appearing. Oh! Oh! Was that just... Oh! It's accepted them, but I don't get paid for it. Oh, is that it? Totally. I would presume so, because technically these aren't actually fermented, are they? Oh no, it does class them as silage. So these are ours now to feed in. Now what would prove that I'm correct was, well, that really does, what we've just seen proves I'm correct. But yes, silage. Yeah, it's... Oh wow, so we've reached the limits. Ah, so more will be taken later on. Right, well that proves my point then. That's not finished all of our contracts, has it? Oh, it has. Well, that's a bit... Well, it's both good and bad. I'll tell you for why, because I don't know if you remember from the previous session, but Courseplay hadn't actually worked in... Right. Oh, please... No, I've not finished, have I? I was going to say we need the big M and we need the Vario. Now we need to clear the clear the existing course, which for some reason, if you look at that, if you look on the map, if I click on that, it's still remembering 37's course. But if you look on that, oh no, it is. Okay, right, clear current course. Now we need to... Let's make sure we're still in the... I wonder if this is the thing. It's not actually... Right, we need to jump into that tractor, because I think this is where it could be going wrong. Let's jump into that. We've cut the grass. We need to now bale it, but we need to change this. Right, so... We need now to load the course. This is what had gone wrong before. It didn't accept this at all. Ah. That's bizarre. So it won't let me go on field target position. Okay, let's just... Why is it not loading the course? is, it's going wrong. Oh, this is bizarre. Have I saved the wrong... Right, let's grab the big M. This is... I do apologise for this, but that makes no sense either. I've saved the wrong course as 43, which means... Let's delete it. It really doesn't matter. Right, clear current course, which was 37. So that makes no... Right, okay. Best way to do this is literally grab the big M, which is just over the back. I shifted it out of the way so it wasn't going to get in the way, but now we may need it. I wonder if it's because the big M isn't... It's bizarre. Courseplay is still not quite right. Still the weird glitches that work one time and don't the next. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I am a massive supporter of... Okay, let's have a look. So let's look at... You should have this course loaded, and this should be field 43. So if we do clear current course in this, and then look at it, we should be no course now on 43 in the big M. Then if we load the course for 43, and it's the wrong one, then it's going to show activate. It is. It's right. Oh no. So 37. Right, we need to delete that course then. So I saved the wrong course. So clear current course. Change mode. Delete entry. Activate, which also means... Let's load 37, because this is bizarre. Let's load... I bet you I've saved it twice. Load 37. Load course. Activate. Show me. I saved it twice. Okay, right, okay, so now we need to create the course again as the big M and save it as 43. Oh, at least this is making sense. It was early this morning. I was literally trying to get a couple of episodes, a bit of traction in this new Let's Play. Obviously it's brand new, but I really wanted to just, not just the rules of engagement and one episode, but obviously I was tired. It was quite early this morning. I was making sure my first 2 videos were posted and everything. Right, okay, so we need to clear the current course, which is the right one, and then we need to grab the big M, create a job, and we want course play. It's got the right field, target position, one there, and we want to open generator, keep it because this should be the same settings as it had before. Right, lovely. Now we need to save this. Save. I hope it's the same, otherwise... I know, before we save it, we could be totally wasting our time. If we briefly switch on the nodes, all of them, and we see the lines, we should be... No, that's totally different. So I need to go back to exactly where I started the course, which is pretty much where the fences are. Oh, I hate this when things like this happen. It's weird how you can regenerate the course in a completely different set of lines, just with a slightly different start point. So I've got to try and do this. I'm glad we never saved it. God, no, it has. It's done the lines the wrong side. It's done the headlands the same. Right, so this was... Actually, though, it's done my start point almost where I was. We may have to manually do some of this, but let's try again. Right, let's try that again. Let's create job. Course play field work, first waypoint, field position, target position, exactly where I am. Open headland. Did I do 3? Let's try. We'll just see by the matches whether or not the lines match. Oh, I always forget you've got to be in the vehicle. No, it was definitely 2. Definitely 2. Not 3, so let's try that again. I do apologise for this absolute mess. But if you think about it, how generous this has been, we will get an awful lot of bales. If we just accept the contract as completed, we are going to lose all of this grass, which is part of our payment for the work done. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will do it manually, but I would think it would be better for us to crack on with our field and let Courseplay do this than it would be for us to sort of do this. So, right, Courseplay field work. First waypoint, field position, target position the same. Course generator, 2 headlands, smooth clockwise 10%, field centre up down. That should be. Let's see if the lines have gone the right way this time. Open the generator. No. Why have you changed the lines? That makes no sense at all. Unless I started from a different place. I'm sure I started from there. Okay, let's start from here. Might not have been the exact place. I've got to be almost in the same place, or it's going to obviously... I didn't realise it actually mucked around with the lines to that extent. Target position. Actually, it's done it right. First time target error exactly right. Yeah, it's got my lines. Let's open the course. Courseplay generate. No. Right, okay. Do you know? We're going to have to crack on with this. I'm going to leave it on 0.5 because this is down to game mechanics. It really is. We're going to have to do this the good old-fashioned way, so this is going to be a bit of a monster session because the one thing we really can't do it. I'm going to jump straight into a time lapse because I don't want this for you guys and gals to look terrible, but this is going to be an absolute nightmare for me because we can't let this down. So I'm going to say my words. Get cracking with the field as soon as this is done, 0.5 times, just because this is a game mechanics error, not because it's not mine. I'm going to see you guys and girls on the other side. Just thought, I know I'm breaking silence, but if we own that, if we just quickly jump up there, thinking about this is going to go horribly wrong, isn't it? Now we may lose these if we now sell the thing back. Now we've obviously lost what's in there. We don't get paid for that. I realise that. Oh, this is where the skullduggery. I don't know how to do this. Those sort of bales, because technically now they're the property of the biogas plant and they were taken to complete the contract. So the safest and best thing for me to do is now to sell the, because we've completed the contracts, we're just waiting for me to basically do what I've got to do, but we've got to leave and also immediately with the F12 tool take that money back. Minus 164,592. Sorry, it just suddenly occurred to me as I was sort of cracking away on the time lapse that I thought, well, if I do that, it's not going to work properly. So they're out of bounds. They are not ours. They are the. I don't know how we're going to do it. I may eventually buy those and then they'll become our property again, because technically the biogas, when we bought it, they'll be our property. So yeah, now what we'll do is we shall sell the ones that are left. The grass that is left on that is obviously, that is ours. Now we need to, there's an easy way to do this. Put on the front. The grass that is left in that field that is classed as, obviously there are an awful lot of spare bales because it's completed both contracts with the amount of bales we had. So that means all of that grass is technically our payment as well as the contract payment for the job, because obviously it recognises we've completed the contract. So they're not ours, they're the biogases. The ones that we are making now are ours. So what we'll do is we'll sell those at the animal dealer, and now, because we can't go into the biogas plant because we've now sold it back. Talk about complicated. Right. We'll be going straight back to a time lapse in a minute, but I just thought I'd explain that. I was thinking it's going to make this complicated if I just, now then we need to go down to the field. If we go to the field edge there, we're in that field. Right, let's just make sure we can go. Yeah, he is. Right, I am jumping straight back into time-lapse mode because obviously, yeah. Right, so I shall see you guys and gals on the other side this time, hopefully for a little longer. Right, that's finished. I'm hoping we should. There's quite a few little piles. I reckon we could probably finish this bale off. Because this is... Well, the other thing is, there are a few bits and bobs, even in FS22 rules, that I'm not 100% sure how things work. If I leave a bale on his field... Now, I know if I... Do the bales disappear? Now, other people may laugh, but I don't really know the answer to this question myself. Do I need to remove the bales off the field? Or do the bales disappear? Or do the bales, if taken off the field, is that alright? I think what I might do is a bit of a test. What I might do is take all of the bales bar one, stick them down by the animal dealer. Obviously we can't sell them because they're grass, I don't want to do that, but put them down there, drop them all off, it's only a stone throw away, and leave one bale on the field, then finish. Now, somebody else may well know the answer to this question and think I'm being silly, but I don't know the answer like you do. So yeah, this is me, still a few FS22. It's funny, but silage baling was my bread and butter. In FS19 was usually my very first set of jobs to get established as a proper farmer. And I don't mean that you're not a proper farmer if you do silage bales, because of course you are. Right, in fact, yeah, no. Let's use a brain. Let's use their tractor that never takes damage, rather than keep running my tractor down to the... Yeah, I think that's using one's head. Let's drop that. Okay, so in essence, these ones here are paid. There is a certain element, I was thinking through though. Obviously, if we did truly buy the biogas, if we buy it in time, I don't know whether it processes those bales. Now that would be fair. If we bought the biogas plant soon though, and we still got those, in essence, you are being paid twice. Because you're being paid for the contract to take them, and then, in a way, you're going to get the oh, got to be careful, that's quite a hill. Yeah, let's put that back in transport mode. It doesn't always like to go down hills with that down, so... Yeah, in essence, you sort of are getting paid twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift these off. Oh, that does remind me, how many have we done in this session? Wow, 43. So 43 bales is our payment over for doing all of those 3 baling contracts. That is absolutely amazing, because obviously it recognises we finished the last 2 with what we took earlier. So this is all payment. That is amazing. So let's get them off the field. We'll leave 1. Prepare to sacrifice 1 for science. Right. I am going to go back into time-lapse mode, because this is going to be 3 or 4 things in itself. I'm going to literally come out of time-lapse mode once we get up to the top of our fields to be doing that. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right. Well, that answered that question. The bale remained. Excellent. I shall see if I can remember that. I have a sneaky feeling it's to do with that being there that's caused that thing. So what I might do is, because it's a game mechanics issue, I will remove said item and place it somewhere else and see if it then allows me to fill that gaping hole, which, oh yeah, I do need to unfold the header, the harvester, you are right. Right, let's get cracking with our field. Finally, let's put ×3 is my standard sort of setting, so I need to zoom in a little. I seem a little bit far out. Let's course play this and we'll grab the trailer. We need to go and revamp it, so we're going to need to. How's he doing? Brilliant. Okay, let's course play this. Create job. So course play fieldwork. Open course headlands 3. Generate. Excellent. Oh, I need to check that self unload is on. We don't want automatic repair at all. Glad I saw that. Forgotten to do that since courseplay has been updated. Gamepad. Right, combine, always unfold, stop when unloading. I'll do like that. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Self unload, and should now be good. Let's start. Oh wait, there you've got to do it again. First waypoint, target position is over me. Start job. Oh, I forgot I got that mod. Excellent. Right, let's grab the. Oh, which seems to have got stuck anyway. Seriously? You're not kidding, I stopped you manually. Right, let's go grab the. We need to run the. Still noisy. We need to run the. Expand our trailer to maximum size. Thank goodness we've got a bit of money. I would like to pay off the loan of wood. I don't like the idea of that, so let's. No, we need to do the trailer first. That's top. We'll unload the canola. Well, at least we also got a front loader and that out of that contract. Stick that in front of the tree. Very impressive looking tree. That was rather a steep learning curve. Definitely, this is definitely bale central though. We've got an awful lot of money's worth of bales. Best time to do that as well is towards November, December. Now then, I'm always saying I don't want to reset things, so let's give this a bit of a go. Where is the harvester? It's not got stuck or anything, is it? It seems to be an awful long time. I thought it was a long time when coming over. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's get that corner. We should start this ourselves. Trees. Bane of all workers, cosplay included. Right. Let's carry on. This is the one thing I do want to get done. Create job. Now we need to zoom in a little. That's way out. Okay, that's better. Courseplay, fieldwork, target position is actually where we are. That's a traditional, whether it is actually courseplay. And do you know, I don't care. I don't care who it is, as long as they help us with our harvesting. We shall soon see. Courseplay will do headlands. Worker will go round and round. Yes. Yes, that was a little too exciting for me, if I'm honest. I wasn't terribly impressed. My stress level, thinking what am I going to do this morning, was absolutely awful. I had to go away and think, how do I handle the situation? So I did a bit of research, went on to New Farm, and the rest is we've seen in this session. Thank goodness that we took ourselves out of that mess. All that for just grabbing a contract. Yes. Let's customize. Max capacity. That's it. You can't do the cover though when you go that big. That's only trouble. You can if you go the size below. I've had this a few times, and I don't want that horrible colour. It's not nice. Attaches, yes. Fenders, I don't care. Chassis colour. Extension colour. Let's not always go for red. Ooh, that's a little bit bright. Let's try a slightly faded orange. Yeah, that will do nicely. Wow, 2,950. Absolutely bargain. Real bargain for that. It's that sort of size. I do love these. The only thing that's a little bit yeah, we'll need to change the, I always forget this. No, you can see you can press the open cover and it doesn't actually put the cover on. Now then, how do I change tip side? Yeah. If you choose tip side back, it is so slow, it's unbelievable. 28%. That's the time. I guess that answers that question. It's a standard worker. Right. Of course, well, you're fine for this field for now. Perfect. It's going to go the right way for emptying this time. Yes, I've no idea how much we'll get from this. I'm not expecting to win a fortune. I'm really not, but... Do you know, there are some times when it just seems better to do the job yourself. Please don't tell me you've... Where on earth have you gone? What? Oh, please don't tell me you've stunk it into the drink. Oh, well, not quite. Seriously? I don't somehow think I was paying you to actually do that task. Somehow. Oh, my life. Oh, great. Well, this could be my greatest challenge today. I've always said I don't like resetting things. Somehow, though, I just don't think that's wedged in there. Let's see. I don't like giving in. Let's see if we can... Careful I don't get the header. That's going to be terrible to get out of the water. The Cambridge rollers. I thought I was so clever. See, I was expecting Causeway to do it. It would have just done a headland. It's a bit steep. Okay. I think this is... I suppose if I do a headland, I could all... Let's just not give in. I don't like giving in with courseplay, if I'm honest. Let's just open courseplay up and put the course on. Start, create job, courseplay, nearest field position is that corner. Target position is on the outer edge, going that way. Go. Should start on the outer headland. We'll tidy up work we can do ourselves. Yes, I have no idea how much we're going to get out of the field. Is there anything we can be doing while we're waiting for him to do? Well, there are lots of baling contracts, I suppose. Yeah, wow, absolutely. We could harvest. I seriously think to kickstart this, we're going to need to go and do those cultivating jobs. Not this minute. Our harvest is the most important thing. There is in a couple of minutes. What we could do is we've asked him to self-unload, so we don't need to be hanging around where the trailer is now. We drag this. He will get used to, in fact, yeah, he does get used to where it is. Let's leave that. Cultivator on the back, so we can start cultivating as soon as we've got a couple of headlands done, or one headland this side, ready for next year. I like multitasking, so don't want to be standing around idle while others are working. Let's get theory. I don't think it's in the way. No. You think? Seriously? Right, okay, let's try that again. Oh my life. Okay, create job. Target position is 2. Just there. Have we? No, we haven't. We sort of have, though. It's going to be going on fresh air to begin with, because obviously we've sort of, with the standard workers, actually cut half of that. Ooh, we do need to shift that tractor, though. It's going to be in its turnaround space. Yes, I think I'm going to go straight into time-lapse mode. I know I've been faffing around, but I have had things to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to literally pick this up once. Oh, really? What, this time? Where have you gone? Oh. Do you know, seriously, that was absolutely not in your way at all. You absolute Wally. Let's go on the headland further down. Seriously? Right, so we did the first round here up to this point. Oh no, actually we didn't. Not done that first section. So I need to fix that. Let's try this again. We will get this right at some point. Create job. Target position. Second line. Is it too close? That's the only thing. Right. Yes, this cultivator is as big as a lot of the other 7-metre ones, so we could sort of do quite a few fields, send our work around while we do some baling contracts. Oh my life, what the hell is the Wally doing? Oh, seriously? Since what? When was that the second round? Do you know? Right, okay. Let's go for a standard worker now, because we've done a headland all the way around. Hopefully now. Because this is getting silly. And I'm tired, so my patience is very... Yeah, I'd sooner just do this the easiest way than faff around with something that's not working. But it probably... It's always when you're tired, I always find. Let's try and get the angle right. You are jesting. That's a time-lapse mode. I'm going to see you both girls on the other side. Right, there we are, done. I think that's just under 14 tons. Just under. Oh, I think it's been knocked into the field. Can we get the. Right, this is where we're going to edit. This has been quite a long session. Quite productive. We've got it all in. Let's just see what it says. Well, we've got that all in. I'd say just under 14,000. Yeah, 13,815. Not bad. Let's put the harvest away till next year. So we shall see in November what we actually get for our canola. Let's stick this back in. Yeah, where can we put this? Yeah, actually this is not a bad place. Love these sheds. It's actually big enough, I think. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Of course, we could actually climb out normally. Right, well, next time we will get this done. And, oh yeah, we need to replant next month, don't we? If I remember rightly. Yes, it is planting next month, so we need to... Also, we will, yeah, so we'll get this totally prepared, and I think we need to lime, and weeds are growing. So, right, we need to weed and seed next time, and we need to lime and cultivate. So we need to finish off the cultivating. I did want to get it done today, but it's such a faff with all the workers going wrong. Anyway, this is, I think, oh, we're not going to have any terrible wages, so let's get that loan gone. I was going to do it earlier and I thought, no, I want to show it being done, so... Right. So 8,249, and of course we do have that nice weight and that front loader and that bale thing as our prizes for the bales, and of course we're now out of debt and we've got 14 tons of canola in that I am not sure we can grab the bar. Oh yeah, we can, definitely. Right, smashing. So next session we shall cultivate the field, lime it with Samson. Oh, it's full. I don't somehow think you can get rid of you can't expel it like you can normal. Oh well, we should be able to. What's the point? Let's have a look at the field. I think we can actually, if we double ploughed. Oh no, harvested. I'm going to say it's not been ploughed. Let's get rid of lime and see. Yeah, so it does complete. That's all right. Then we can double. We can soon get rid of the manure out of the spreader. So yes, right. Anyway, I'm waffling because I'm tired. I'm going to say I shall. That just proves how tired I am. Yes, thank you very much for continuing on this journey with me. Well, it's only just started, but yeah, I hope you will continue on this journey with me. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.